The night she said stay the night, the world seemed to pause around him, as if even the tired walls of her small apartment were holding their breath. Rain pressed against the windows like restless fingers, and the hallway light flickered once before settling into a dim, uncertain glow. He stood there, a single father who had learned to sleep lightly and love carefully, realizing that one simple sentence had carried a weight far heavier than any burden he had ever lifted. And when he refused the sofa without hesitation, it wasn't desire that guided him, but something far more frightening and rare: trust. Before the story goes any further, pause for just a moment. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the quiet power of people who choose decency even when life has been unkind to them, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps stories like this alive. He had not planned for this night to exist. His life, for years now, had been carefully measured in school schedules, grocery lists, and the soft breathing of his daughter asleep in the next room of whatever temporary place they were staying. Being a single dad had taught him discipline in ways no job ever had. There was no room for mistakes, no luxury of impulsive choices. Every decision echoed forward into the small future of a child who trusted him completely. And so when he found himself here, soaked from the rain, heart thudding with an emotion he had long buried, he felt unprepared in a way that surprised him. She had entered his life quietly, the way meaningful things often do. No grand introduction, no dramatic collision. Just a woman who noticed the exhaustion in his eyes at the community center, who offered help with a form he struggled to understand, who remembered his daughter's name after hearing it only once. She carried her own history, etched into the careful way she smiled and the pauses she took before speaking. There was kindness in her that did not seek attention, a steadiness that felt unfamiliar to someone used to surviving on his own. For him, survival had become second nature. After his wife passed, the world did not slow down to let him grieve. Bills arrived on time, his daughter still needed breakfast. Employers still expected reliability. He learned to fold his pain neatly into corners of his heart, only allowing it to surface late at night when his daughter slept and no one could see him break. Over time, those nights grew quieter, not because the pain vanished, but because he grew tired of crying alone. Meeting her shifted something he did not know was still movable. She did not push, did not pry. She simply existed alongside him, offering warmth without expectation. Slowly, he allowed himself to talk, not about the big tragedies, but about the small frustrations, the daily weariness of being everything to one small human being. And she listened, truly listened, as if his words mattered. The night everything changed had begun as nothing special. A long day, an unexpected storm, his car refusing to start. She had offered him shelter without hesitation, a practical solution wrapped in gentle concern. Inside, the apartment smelled faintly of tea and clean laundry. It was not luxurious, but it was warm, and for a man accustomed to instability, warmth itself felt like a gift. As the hours passed, something unspoken grew between them. Not urgency, not temptation, but an awareness of shared loneliness. When she suggested he stay the night rather than risk the storm, it was said softly, without implication, without pressure. And yet the moment stretched, heavy with meaning. He could have taken the sofa, the safe distance he had perfected over years of self-denial. But he refused it without hesitation, because he understood something vital in that instant. Accepting the sofa would have been another way of keeping his guard intact, another quiet rejection disguised as politeness. His refusal was not reckless. It was deliberate. He was not choosing comfort over responsibility, nor desire over caution. He was choosing honesty. Choosing to acknowledge that he trusted her enough not to hide behind furniture and excuses. That trust scared him more than loneliness ever had. That night, sleep came slowly. Not because of nerves, but because of reflection. Lying there, he thought about how far he had come, how many nights he had endured alone, convinced that love was something reserved for other people with easier lives. He thought of his daughter, of the example he wanted to set for her, even when she was not watching. And he realized that being strong did not always mean standing alone. Sometimes, strength meant allowing someone else to stand beside you. In the days that followed, the world did not suddenly transform. There were no miraculous solutions, no dramatic rescues. His financial struggles remained. His responsibilities did not lessen. But something inside him had shifted. He found himself smiling more easily, breathing more deeply. The weight he carried felt shared now, if only in the quiet understanding between two people who had chosen to be gentle with each other. She did not try to replace what he had lost. She did not compete with memories or demand more than he could give. Instead, she built something new, slowly and patiently, respecting the space where grief still lived. She welcomed his daughter with a warmth that was neither forced nor possessive, understanding instinctively that love for a child required humility and patience. Challenges still arose, as they always do. There were moments when his fear resurfaced, whispering that happiness was temporary, that loss was inevitable. There were days when her own past cast shadows she struggled to explain. But instead of retreating, they learned to face those moments together. Silence became a place of rest rather than distance. Touch became reassurance rather than demand. What made their story remarkable was not passion or drama, but consistency. Showing up. Choosing kindness when it was easier to withdraw. Choosing trust when fear suggested otherwise. The night she asked him to stay became a quiet turning point, not because of what happened, but because of what it represented. A door opening where there had only been walls before. For his daughter, the change was subtle but profound. She noticed the lighter atmosphere, the laughter that returned to their evenings. She sensed the safety in the way adults around her treated one another. And in that environment, she flourished, unaware that her father's courage to accept closeness had reshaped her world as well. As time passed, he understood that refusing the sofa had never been about where he slept. It was about refusing to keep his heart in exile. It was about believing that even after loss, even after years of hardship, life could still offer gentleness. That love did not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrived as an invitation to stay, spoken softly on a rainy night. If this story is touching something inside you, if you feel your own memories or hopes stirring, please pause and leave a comment right now. Share what this story means to you, or simply write that you believe in love after hardship. Your words matter more than you know. Near the end of that long season, as he looked back on the man he used to be, he felt gratitude rather than regret. Gratitude for the nights he survived, for the strength he built, and for the moment he finally chose to stop surviving and start living. He had not betrayed his past by opening his heart. He had honored it, proving that pain did not have the final say. And if this story has moved you, if it reminded you that even broken paths can lead to warmth and belonging, please like this video, share it, and engage with the channel. Your support helps keep these stories alive, reaching others who may be standing in their own rain, wondering if it is safe to stay. Because sometimes, the bravest thing a single dad, or any weary soul, can do is refuse the sofa, step closer, and believe that this night, and this connection, might be the beginning of something healing.